Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to Exiting the Matrix with me, Bitcoin Morpheus. I'm back, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's good to be back here. Oh, you know what? I feel like celebrating. Nothing celebrates. Nothing says celebration like a mariachi band here in Chile. I'm here with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you?
And we are so happy to be here, man. I'm gonna take you through what happened and how it happened, and we're gonna talk about that. Also, we're gonna be talking about the failed launch of Ethereum 2.0, and also doing our normal TA for today. Oh, I'm glad to be here. It's just a great day today because you know what, my channel's back, and I thought for sure it was gone for good, actually. But it was not. All right. Well, Inti's got a few words to say before we get on to the TA.
As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
There you go. Okay. Wow, Inti. Looks like you might have almost got stopped out.
Ouch!
No. You know what? Wait a second.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Because I used 3 stops.
I made the mistake here of putting this here, and really the entry would have been the 61.8 or the 78.6, and so let's see here. If you were to do the 61.8, you would have went like this, and so yeah, you would actually. You're looking for 2-to-1. So yeah, we are like breaking out here on Bitcoin, right? And
yeah, it doesn't look too good, right?
No, it does not look too good at all. Bitcoin has created a W here, right? Of course, and this is the breakout level right there, and looks like it wants to go higher, but the shorts are pounding this thing back. This is their last stand here. They failed to hold this thing back down, and with this W, it's very powerful. We can see that price action could take us. Let's see here. If we just did from here to there, it could take us easily to well above close to the right up to the 11,100 level. Now we have to close above that effectively in order to say, okay, things have changed drastically. Let's see here. Interesting. Is that's a 1.44 level? Look at that. And just above that is the 1.6. Interesting. From this key low here. So very interesting indeed. We'll see how this thing plays out in the next little while. I thought for sure they were going to bounce off of this trend line, but we've so far broken above it. We've got one more hour to go before the 4-hour closes above this trend line, and that's very positive for the markets to go higher. Looking at the daily, so I'm interested in seeing the daily now. The daily, wow, I really expected that we were to come back down here, but looks like we're not doing it, which is good, which is always good. But I'm afraid that as we go up, right, we're gonna have that one of those scam wicks, that just comes straight down, and then wipes everybody out, and then continues going up. I'm expecting that sometime in the next little while, because I think they need to like clear out these longs, because there's too many longs here that are too happy, right? And they're jumping for joy. And I'm not sure if they're going to be jumping for joy for very long, especially since what people tend to do is add to their longs as price action continues going higher. Let's just see how that plays out. Now let's head over to Ethereum. Wow, Ethereum's got a nice little cheeky W as well that is broken out of. And I like how when Ethereum finally breaks its W's, right, there's not much pain, right? I mean, I don't know how long this 4-hour candle lasts down below before it as it dropped down, but you know what? In that 4-hour candle, it finally closed above the breakout level, and then went higher. You can see the breakout level was practically a key point, which is the this 360 level, and that's quite interesting. And there is resistance, obviously, at 371, and you can see we backed off of that price right there, price action right there. And I'm wondering how much pressure that's going to give. There's decent volume. You know, the volume is coming in as this price action continues higher. So people are buying this up move, as you can see here. There is no divergence in that buying. Is there? Maybe there is. Yeah. No, there isn't. So yes, you can see that it's coming. This is a really solid up move, and we've got lots of. We might be overbought on the 4-hour here with the RSI, but not so much with the Willy. So that's a good sign that we have more liftoff here on Ethereum. Going to the daily. Let's see here. It's interesting. I love this railroad tracks. It's like, wouldn't you consider this railroad tracks, Inti? These two candles, right? Because
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they're like, yeah, exactly.
They're very similar. They are very similar.
We take off, they take off the colored candles. Yeah, you can see they're similar in height. So I would consider that decent railroad tracks. And so we did the railroad tracks and decided, hey, you know what? We're going higher, and because the second candle on the railroad track broke the higher candle over here, broke the higher wick over here, you can see that this turned into a very positive thing, and Ethereum has been in that upward movement with higher lows all the way through. Very, very good, very good. And Ethereum, of course, is on the above this trend line. This long term, very long term, lower level trend line of the overall bull market that Ethereum is currently in. It's interesting. We're running into the what's it called, the tax loss selling season, and I'm wondering how this is going to play out. Is this going to play out in the sense that Ethereum's going to knock one out of the park, head over to 800, and then dip back down to like in the November season, down to like $400 or $500, and make everybody sad, right at that point. So it's going to be interesting how this thing plays out over the next coming weeks and into the next 2 months before we get into the December lows, or who knows? Maybe we're going into hyperinflation and Ethereum is just going to keep going. We will have to wait and see what Congress does in the next little while at the United States, and whether or not everybody else in the world is going to put up with the nonsense of the United States printing money and handing it out, right? Because they're living off of the wealth of everybody else. Alrighty. So with that said, let's head over. Let's head over and talk about Ethereum 2.0 and its failure. The Spadina bus just crashed.
Oh, really?
E 2.0 failed. The Spadina dress rehearsal could mean further delays. Yes. Well, it's not so bad, right? And then we'll talk about that. The coordinator of ETH 2.0, Danny Ryan, has confirmed a failure of the testnet Spadina. I mean, honestly, looking into it, they have everything is still running fine. It's just that the initial startup, right? Basically, remember how I told you it's basically like a large airplane with 64 shards, and really they're not going to get the shards running just yet, but they wanted to set up the first groundwork basically for that, which is the mining, of course, of the Ethereum and the communications between the other shards, but they haven't actually created the other shards just yet. But anyways, basically that huge plane, right, tried to clamp on the test, and the problem was, the software of the people who had to do the actual work, they were kind of lazy and didn't prepare properly for that connection. Basically, when a plane tried to connect that engine, that fourth engine, onto its main fuselage or the wing. And so, yeah, that's what happened. The coordinator of the ETH 2.0 stated that the test network showed several problems in configuration in the client nodes in Genesis calculation errors. Right, and somebody mixed those two words up. Ryan announced the launch of second dress rehearsal. Therefore, the next week they will deploy the Zinkin testnet. So Zinkin is just another testnet because they have lots of testnets. And I just realized my camera's a little bit off. Man, it's a little bit tilted. But yeah, anyways, as this is a dress rehearsal, we ask that you take this Genesis seriously. So that's another thing, right? People just didn't take it seriously. The Spadina dress rehearsal, and yeah, people lost coins. Well, it's good. It was just testnet coins. Just imagine if they lost real coins. That would be bad. Yeah, the main bugs seem to be have originated, according to Ryan, on the client Prism. So basically, one client software basically had the most of the problems because they just didn't take the testnet seriously, and so that's why we had these errors. But next week they will take it very seriously, right? Because they don't want any more delays, so they will get it done. And so yeah, we will probably see the first phase of Ethereum 2.0 rolled out in November, and yeah, the rest of it has to be rolled out. They're planning to roll it out over 1.5 years, which we know is going to be seriously delayed. All right, so with that said, let's go on to the main topic of today, which is what happened, right, when I got booted from YouTube. How did it play out? Well, most of you guys were here, and you were watching the stream, and all of a sudden the stream cut off, and you were watching another video. You're like, what's happening, right? And I was just about to mention, right, I was trying to mention that, hey, thank you everybody for hitting the subscribe button. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now. And also, if you haven't hit the like button, and let me take a look at the like button. Let's see what the like ratios. Oh, there's 500 of you and 200 likes. I like that. That's pretty good. If we could get that up to 300 before we get to the question and answers, we really appreciate it. And let's go over what happened, right? Basically, YouTube sent me this. When I tried to log in, I couldn't get into my email actually at first. And I was wondering, what the hell's going on? I tried to get into my email right on the show yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, but on 2 days ago, and nothing was. My account was completely frozen. It was almost as if somebody just took out a knife and started stabbing me multiple times. Like they just wiped me out off the planet, right? And then slowly over the day, I slowly got, first I got my email, but I couldn't get my YouTube channel. I couldn't even look at my subscription. I didn't even have my Prime account, my Prime account, meaning that I didn't have the premium account where I could watch anything ad free. I didn't have anything. I couldn't even log in to see videos. It wouldn't let me do that. I had no rights. I was like a non-person on YouTube. Unbelievable. and this is what they wrote. And so I tried to, I filled out the form and sent it, and then 30 minutes later they're saying, yeah, too bad, you're still suspended because of the guidelines. Bye, sorry, ciao. I'm like, are you not going to explain what guideline did I fail to basically conform to? You're not going to even tell me that? You're just going to tell me goodbye? That's redonkulous. Right? But that's how they are, right? It's just guidelines. Oh, what guideline? You failed to, follow the guidelines. But what guideline? It says here in our guidelines, you forgot to look at the guidelines and follow those. Okay, so which video? Well, it's the guidelines you didn't follow. And it's just nonstop with that, right? That's all they tell you is guidelines. But thanks to your unbelievable support, let me just bring up Twitter, all right, and show you. I mean, you guys just amazing. I mean, thank you for everything you guys have done, right, to support me. Because without you, I wouldn't be here today. And so I really appreciate it. Wow, just look at this. Like 5,300 likes. Look at 2,500 retweets. There's no way I would have gotten my channel back if it wasn't for all of you. And so from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. I was like really scared that this was gone for good. All right, so anyways, this is not the first time YouTube has done something like this. Got Bitcoin on the brain. They've purged many of channels, right, and wiped them out. But they at least have them come back. But I've noticed, right, a lot of my YouTube channels, a lot of YouTube channels that I watch, right. Even though YouTube admits the error for the Bitcoin video purge, right, and this was big news back, even made the BBC. I noticed that a lot of channels that I watch, like for example, Free Domain Radio from Stefan Molyneux, is gone for good. What else is? I mean, everybody knows Alex Jones, and you might say, "Well, Alex Jones sort of deserves that," right? But come on, right? Once you start down that road of like, because he did okay. So some of the stuff, just like kind of like, okay, out there, but you know what? We all know how he is, right? So, anyways, thank you all for watching. That if you're watching this on our, you know what? Actually, I'm going to be, that's right, the testnet. We're gonna be putting this on, not testnet, but on my backup channel, right? If you're watching on my backup channel and you subscribe to my backup channel, actually, if you haven't done so, please head over to my backup channel, which is right here. You'll find that link in the description below, right? Thank you everybody for subscribing. I really appreciate it, because all you guys did subscribe only when I got kicked off. So don't do that. Don't wait until I get kicked off, because then you won't be able to find me, right? So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will be doing, every once in a while I'll be doing, my thoughts at my office videos, short videos for you guys. Once we make the switch from live videos to just the edited version on my current channel. So we will be doing that next week for sure. We're making the switch, and tomorrow I will tell you where you guys have to go if you're interested in just watching the whole live stream and getting the questions and answers and being more proactive. For definitely, you will the Twitch users. If you live on Twitch, you're gonna be in there 100%, even without owning a DavinciJ15 token. And so, yeah, if you're watching the backup channel, again, thank you for watching. We're going into the question and answer. All right, cheers, people. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in today's live stream, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.